So before I hop into this next part on Insureio, there was a slide I was going to put in that I did not mention, and somehow in my saving it did not get saved. I will own that. And that's on your commercial clients. What we've talked about so far is just with the personal lines. I mentioned earlier about how commercial lines are pretty lucrative, and it's so stinking easy. I mean, so easy. Um, it's adding one question when you're bringing on a commercial account because you're, of course, talking about the value of things in their business, right? I would hope so. Otherwise, how are you covering them? So, why not talk about the value of their business? And it's one quick question that is so servicey, the old Columbo, oh, by the way, and that's, by the way, when's the last time you had your business appraised? Pretty standard, non threatening question. Most of the time, the answer is never, or years ago, or I read somewhere that it's X amount times book, which obviously rules of thumb are almost always wrong. Uh, so unless it's been done in the last 1 or 2 years, which again, very rare it is, then you simply follow with, well, heck, one of the carriers I work with will actually do a business valuation for free. Let me just give you this sheet to give to your bookkeeper, get it back to me, and we'll tell you what your business is worth. Awesome service. Imagine how much your commercial clients would love that because small business owners, that's their baby. That's what they're building for their own retirement. I want to know what the heck it's worth. Now, of course, when you come back with a report of what it's worth, it's going to have ideas in there about buy, sell, key person. And we'll talk about buy, sell here in a little bit when I show you Insureio. Um, buy, sell, key person, maybe some kind of golden handcuffs for a key employee that they don't want to get poached from another competitor. And those are some really nice sized cases. So forgetting the numbers we talked about before, we start getting to some of those cases, you're talking 10, 20, $30,000 premiums, which are well worth the, oh, by the way, when's the last time you had your business appraised? And oh, by the way, on any of these things, please reach out to me. I have pieces. I didn't want to clutter the screen with every piece possible. So please reach out to us here at Penny and we can get you whatever you need to help you in this process. Anyway, so now I'm going to show you really an incredibly low effort system to help to sell more life in your agency. And that's Insureio. It's something we created internally for our own usage back around 2000 when this new internet thingy was cool and we were seeing if we could sell insurance over it. And we created an entire electronic platform all in one that back in the 20 teens, we said, I bet you our agents in the field might like this. So that's what we did. Let me do a switch of, bring this on over here. I'm going to pull off the PowerPoint and move this over. All right, so there's a dashboard, and actually you'll see a lead there, and I'll actually create one here in a second. But what this is an all-in-one platform to sell more life insurance in an automated fashion. Now, whether that's somebody in your office who sells it or whether you just don't want to be bothered and it comes to one of our team to sell it, that's fine. We have no dog in the hunt on that. So I'm going to start with some of the marketing side, just as an FYI. With 25 years of experience in direct-to-consumer sales, you can probably imagine we have quite a bit of content created. You'll notice here on the page, it shows 164 pages. Now, I will admit that I have a master account that will show everything across the board. So yours will, and I say this kind of facetiously, only have about 86, 88 pages worth of content. And obviously that's not only. So I'm going to go on the right and filter down. I just want to look at emails to send to consumers. And I mentioned business planning. So let's say your database is segmented. Hopefully it is, where you mark who your business owners are, who your young families are, who your retirees are, that kind of thing. If not, quick business hack. That's a really good idea. So that way you can focus and target marketing later. Anyway, so I'm going to apply filters for life insurance. And now there's only about 3.5 pages of content to read through. Cool. Not nearly as much. But this one here, I'm going to click on. And obviously it does not have all this clutter on it where it says brand header. That's where your logo will go. Agent information, obviously, will have your info there. And content. What if your business partner told you, I'm going away forever, collect our accounts receivable, complete our contracts, sell our assets, pay our creditors, and give my spouse half what's left. If there isn't enough money to pay our debts, you'll have to make up the difference. You think they're crazy, right? Well, that's what's going to happen if they die tomorrow unless you're prepared. Oh, shoot, that stinks. So let me get a quote. Obviously, if it's sending this out for you, it's going to go to a place for your quote to show up, and they'll get a quote, and it will show up as a lead in your inbox. Or if you don't want to be bothered with it and want one of our folks internally to sell it, we will be your life specialist. We'll have somebody who's already a professional in doing this, does it for a living. Take it, just like you would say somebody coming into your office, hey, be my life specialist. You work my block of business. We'll split it 50-50. Same thing. You're sending out the marketing. If you'd rather not sell it yourself, which bluntly, a lot of people do both. A lot of folks say, hey, I want the whole pie. And others say, you know what? I'm too busy running my business, but I want it done. Either one is fine with us, but you can take the whole commission yourself. We still do all the back office, or you can let one of our people do it and split comp with them, just like you would if you had an agent in your office doing it for you. So let me go over here. There are also campaigns. So September coming up is Life Insurance Awareness Month. So you'll see here, I click on September, and it has 4 different emails that go out throughout the month. All you have to do once you've uploaded your database into here is select a campaign, set it up, and it's going to send out to all the folks you've selected to get this. Now, drip email marketing, as you probably know, is like all advertising. It's not some silver bullet that you send out one email and 50 people are beating down your door to buy life insurance. But like any advertising, it's about repetition, about keeping brand awareness front of mind, and eventually you catch somebody at the right time in their life where some events happened and they're like, oh yeah, that's right. Sally's insurance does this. Let me get a hold of them. Oh yeah, my daughter just got engaged. I don't think her fiance is smart enough to know that he needs to get life insurance. Let me get a quote for him. So yeah, it's just a matter. This will allow it keep front of mind, and just by dripping on your database will provide regular leads for life insurance. The problem is most people don't think their PNC agency handles life insurance, no matter how much you say you do. And you might think that they know, unless you're doing something proactively like this, they don't come to you. And life insurance is not like the field of dreams where if you build it, they will come. You have to be proactive. So this helps you to be proactive without putting in much effort at all, except for once a month, deciding what campaign to send to your folks. Now, speaking of quoting, if you have a website, most people do anymore, you can create a quoting widget to put on your website. You can make it say whatever you want. You can see I put gibberish there. Make the colors match your theme of your site. And I won't get too detailed there, but you'll see that you can put a widget on your site. Now that's important. You'll notice that in a lot of property and casualty sites, they may have a link that says to get a quote for life, but they never get any play with it because on property and casualty, people know they're going to have to talk to somebody. On life insurance, if all they can do is put in the name and phone number, they're going to stop engaging right there. It's like they have this view in their head of the guy from Groundhog Day, Ned Ryerson. And they're like, I don't want that dude calling me every day for the next 6 months. So they stop. But if you have a quoting widget, it actually will, people will engage. And even if you don't have a quoting widget, Insureio can produce a landing page for you. And here's a landing page. Quick hack: if you're trying to use social media to build your business, viral rarely works. Relying on your clients to share about you doesn't really work. You need to do sponsored posts. That's how Instagram, Facebook, etc. They have all the information about everybody that's on there. The person scrolling, what it costs to them is their information. Where those folks make their money is advertising, obviously. So you can say, hey, this is my ideal client. I want to talk to people in this zip code who are this profession, who have X number of kids and like the same sports team as me, whatever it is. And you can have ads show up. It's actually pretty cheap. And so if you have a website, obviously you link your site. If you don't have a site, well, that's why I'm showing you this. Insureio will create a landing page for you that you can link. In this case, you'll see that it created one for me. I don't have my own site, but it created this one. So a person comes on, they get a quote, and I'm just going to put in random stuff here. And we'll put in gibberish there. And I'll put Colorado because that was 719. And compare quotes. So now they got a comparison and say, hey, yeah, that looks really dang good. For a 55-year-old, get 30-year term, 750,000. I'll do that. I might say, well, I know that pyramid, so I'll select that button, and it says my request has been submitted. So now I come over to my dashboard, and remember there was only one lead there before. Now there's two. Not just the first one, but now Mr. is on there, and so you can call. So again, someone in your office who's life licensed can call and say, "Hey, Mr. I see you wanted some life insurance. Let's talk about it." Or one of our people will call and say, "Hi, this is Christine over here at Acme Insurance, whatever your insurance agency name is, and I saw you got that." So they could be your life specialist as well. I won't get into the detail on the quoting and submitting, except for showing you this, and that is you don't have to do an across the board. You can make it blanket that they all come to you or that they all come to us, but you can also do what some people do, just screen. You might have plenty of time, or you might see a really big case for a really important client that you want to handle. Great. Over here, you make the sale. That's all you have to do, and we do the rest. Once you make the sale, we're going to do all the follow-up, even delivering the policy, you can see. And if you don't want to make the sale, if you want our people to do it, well, here you go over here. You choose either way. So anyway, I'm not going to get too much into all the details of Insureio, but I did want to at least show you that as a tool. Let me bring